2001 on an X-Reg Range Rover P38. This is the 4.6 litre V8 engine car, and it is a 30th anniversary as well. So one of 100 made, as far as I'm aware, with 30th anniversaries. They're the ones that came in Wimbledon green with the matching interior and all the toys you can imagine. So it's a 30th anniversary edition, this one, celebrating 30 years of the Range Rover. Finished in Wimbledon green, and it is the 4.6. With it being a later model and the 30th anniversary, you'll notice it's got the colour-coded bumpers all the way around. And like I say, only the anniversaries came in Wimbledon green. There was only 100 ever made. Right, bodyweight-wise, we're going to start off the bonnet, work our way around this Range Rover onto the interior, and then we'll go for an engine start-up. I will then show you the suspension working up and down. It's still on the airbag suspension, and I know that's a divided opinion, but personally, right, so much better on the airbags. Right, here we go. Up the bonnet there is some heavier scratches here and there. Scratchings, I apologise, I'll get my words out today. There is some heavier scratches here and there on this one, just where it's been washed over the years. Sponges picks up bits of grit, and you get the odd little mark. We've got a touch in and a burn through here next to the Range Rover badge there, just on the front, and a few little stone chips. Again, various little marks in the paint. A good polish would see some of that away, I would like to think. But apart from that, nice and straight across the bonnet. Lovely, lovely colour, this one. Headlights are crystal clear on both sides. Nice black grille across the front there with no problems there. Still got both of its headlight washers, which is nice to see. A few little stone chips across there. Tiny mark on the top, a bit of lat peel on the top of the bump on the left-hand side, and a little bit of a scuff, very, very light scuff on the left-hand side there, lower down. Nice and tidy across the front edge there. You'll see both the fog lamps are all nice and clear as well. Long-term ownership, this one. We have got a mark on the right-hand side. That's the lower splitter of the right-hand side bumper corner, and a tiny little mark on the right-hand side corner itself. Another little one just there. As we come round onto the driver's front wheel arch, nice and tidy around that arch, no corrosion coming through. All the trims are nice and tight to the body, lovely and straight across that wing. A little bit of a car park and then just at top of the wing there, below the bonnet. The correct anniversary wheels all the way around as well, with the factory fitted mud guards. Nice and tidy across that lower half of the sill section. No side steps there. A few little stone chips down there, and a few more at the back edge of that lower half. Across the bottom edge of the door, nice and tidy. A few little stone chip blebs there on the lower half of the door. Nice and clean as we're working our way up the door there. All nice and tidy, very presentable. No heavy scratching around the handle itself. Bit of paint flake to the colour-coded wing mirror caps, but again, that is factory. That hasn't been done afterwards. And nice and tidy across the roof there. Sunroof model, this one as well. So we come down the wind strips here, all nice and tidy, no corrosion there. Down the back edge of the door, no big chips out of that either. All nice and presentable as we come around the rear passenger door. Nice and tidy around the handle and across the door top, and lovely and straight down that whole door. A few little stone chips here and there. A good polish would square some of that away. We've got a bit of corrosion starting on the right-hand side rear arch at the very top where it meets the rear door. And again, a little bit at the back there on that rear trim. So that's the driver's side rear quarter there. No heavy scratching around the fuel filler cap. Nice and tidy down the rest of the quarter and down that whole right-hand side. Show you that nice wheel and tyre there. On the back, we've got a Toyo there. Match tyres on the right-hand side. Toyo Open County ATs. Bumper core on the right-hand side is nice and tidy as you come across the bumper itself. It's obviously had some paint work on the back bumper. There's a few bits and pieces in the paint itself. And again, a little bit of a mark on the left-hand side. Tow bar is fitted with, pop this cap off there, 7-pin electrics on the tow bar there. A little bit of corrosion just starting across the back edge of the boot there. It hasn't sort of come through the paint all the way there, but you can clearly see that on the lower half of the tailgate. Again, pretty standard on these P38. Light lenses are nice and clear on both sides. As you work your way up the tailgate, we'll have got a dent and a scratch there on the tailgate itself, and again, some heavier scratching just where the split tailgate's been closed over the years, and a tiny little bit of a rub through on the black trim there, which again is pretty standard on these P38s. There you have your 30th anniversary badge. Really is a gorgeous colour, this one. Like I say, one of 100 ever made. As we come down the left-hand side rear quarter, all nice and straight down the rear quarter there, no problems at all with that. A little bit of bubbling just coming through the arch here on the left-hand side rear, but it hasn't broken through the paint. Nice and clear at the front there, and a tiny another bleb just a little bit further back. Rest of that rear quarter, all nice and presentable. A little bit of a car parking dent here. You can just see it's sort of a scratch and a dent about that long there. You've got to catch it in the right light. The camera will pick it up in places there. Matched Toyo, again, we've got matching Toyo open counties all the way around on this one. Nice and tidy down the lower half of the door there. And on the lower half of the rear arch, all nice and presentable. The odd little mark here and there in the paint, the odd little stone chip, no heavy scratching around the handle. A few heavier scratches at the top of that rear quarter there. As we come onto the passenger front door, a few little car parking dents and a little bit of a touch in there on the passenger front door. And the little films just peeling off the chrome trim on the lower half there, which is pretty standard again. Across the bottom of the door, got a few little stone chips, but no big alley rash coming up on the bottom of the door, nice and tidy across the bottom of the passenger front door. As we come round onto the front wing, a wheel arch all nice and straight again, a few heavier scratches towards the front there on the left hand side, lovely and straight down that side though. Good machine polish, I'd like to think we'll get rid of some of those marks, that's for sure. Onto the interior, absolutely gorgeous in here. I love the interior on this one. Lovely door card with that wood, no delamination to the wood, handles nice and tidy, not too much wear to the armrest, the right amount of wear for the year and the mileage. Onto the seat itself, no crack into the plastic on the lower half, memory heated and electric seats in this P38, lovely and tidy on the seat, the right amount of wear again for the year and the mileage. A little bit of wear, a couple of creases and some creasing there on the driver's bolster, but you'll see it hasn't cracked, it hasn't split through. We've got no discoloration on the piping, and that goes to the bottom half as well. No crack, no creasing there, but we have got on the side bolster here. A little bit of creasing on the insert swab, but again, right for the year and the mileage. Nice rubber mats fitted with the green carpet set underneath. We have got some wear to the painted steering wheel, but I've seen these cars on sort of 20,000 miles that sort of seem to have the same wear across the top of that painted steering wheel there. You can't see that. Dials are nice and clean and tidy. No splits across the dashboard there. The wood is lovely and clean down the centre console with no delamination at all down there. Not too much wear to the green gear stick either. For the gear selector, you've got your nav unit, which I can't seem to get that powered up, but we'll go through all that in a minute. But apart from that, lovely and tidy in there. Typical P38 problems with the saggy headlining there around the sunroof. Onto the left-hand side, right-hand side rear. Bit of a squeaky door there. Again, door card, lovely condition. No rips or tears, no delamination to the wood. Rear seats in nice order. A little bit of wear to the lower half bolster, but again, no rips, no tears, no nastiness there. You've even got your picnic tables, which was part of the anniversary spec there, and your TV units, which do power up, which I'll get to in a minute. They're lovely, no delamination at all to the picnic tables there. Factory rubber mat again, lovely and clean and tidy underneath there, with the DVD unit there for the rear screens. Into the boot, the split tailgate, working as it should. No issues at all with that there. Parcel shelf still there, which is rare in its own respect on a P38. Lovely green carpet set with the cream sides. A little bit of grubbiness and cream around the sides, but that is to be expected. You've got your 6-stack unit in there, and your navigation system unit is there. Full-size spare wheel with the bottle jack still in place. Right, we go around left-hand side now. Left-hand side rear door card, again, nice and tidy on the rear door card. No delamination to the wood, no rips or tears across there. You'll see on all the plaques the 30th anniversary on the door checks. Lovely and tidy up the passenger side there. Once again, minimal wear really for the year, age and mileage. No rips or tears on this. Another working picnic table tray there, fold away. Absolutely lovely that. No problems at all in there. But again, headlining sagging from the left-hand side. We'll pop open into the driver's side now. Passenger side, sorry, again. Nice and tidy on the door card. No rips or tears. No heavy wear to the handle itself. A little bit of shininess there where somebody's arm's been sat over the years. No cracking to the lower half of the plastic, and lovely and tidy as we come up the seat itself. No rips or tears there. You'll see we've got a little bit of dust there. That's just cut out the headline, and that's where it's sagging down. But all nice and tidy across the rest of the seat and the dashboard from the left-hand side. Work our way back round to the driver's side. We'll pop the bonnet open. We'll have a look at this 4.6 litre V8 engine. And then we'll go for a start up and we'll go through suspension and bits and pieces like that. Bonnet straight open. Still got the battery cover on, which is nice as well. I will fire it up here. I'm on my own, so you'll have to bear with us a second there while I start this up. There we go, into life there. 4.6, burbling away. Nice and happy on the tick over. No problems with that there. Nice and happy on there. We'll check for warning lights. I'll show you these rear screens should be on there. They are on. That door is a bit squeaky. Both screens are on there. You can clearly see that. So they are powering up. ABS lights on, but as soon as you drive away, that does clear. That's standard with a P38. No pixels missing out the dashboard there. All nice and tidy. But like I say, I can't seem to get that to power up. What I'll do now is I'm going to drop the driver's window. We'll lean through, press the suspension down, step back and have a look at that working as it should. So we're in normal access height there. Press the button, it starts to flash and it goes down as quick as that. No complaints on that at all there. We're going to go back up. We'll go all the way up into off-road height. Here we go, it's flashing away again, rising nice and quickly there. No hesitation from that there. Coming up nice and smooth. Front end coming up now. Going all the way up into access, into off-road mode. I'll press it again so we go all the way up there. It's flashing, it's sending it up. Coming up there on the front. Check the other side as well. See that coming up all the way up there into off-road height. We're going to go back in and put it back down into normal height there, and there we have it going back down into normal height mode. So suspension all in working order there, and there you have it, the 2001 on an X-Reg Range Rover P38 30th anniversary car in Wimbledon green with the green interior and that lovely wood. Like I say, one of 100 made as well.